I don't know, did something happen in the news today? Oh, here I was thinking that I'd be able to break down a couple of those gun laws that came through, but nah. The protesters just wouldn't stop screeching, won't you please do something to protect the children? But then they were pissed off because they didn't realize that they were swearing on a monkey paw, and yeah, no, they got exactly what they wanted. Children are now being protected. Roe v. Wade has been overturned. Oh wait, that's not what you were talking about? Oh fuck, this close. You got that fucking close, but oh well. Now it looks like evil baby killers, you're just going to have to find another set of stairs or maybe a coat hanger to help you out. Or just realize that overturning Roe v. Wade doesn't immediately get rid of abortions like that. Okay, and the places where they're planning to protest, guess what? The abortion clinics are still going to be open and Hoover sales are going to be through the roof. If anything like this happens, okay, like Plan B, invest in Plan B right now because that shit is going to go through the roof, okay? Because if it's anything like the backlash when it comes to whenever a gun control law is thought of or passed, record gun sales or sales for guns go all the way through the roof. So yes, invest in Durex. This shit is fucking hilarious. So we're going to lay the groundwork on this stuff and then we're going to get into the spurging out because that's maybe a little bit more funny, at least right now until the evening sets and then all of the buildings start burning because guess what? The Summer of Love 2022 kicks off right fucking now. Supreme Court strikes down Roe v. Wade abortion precedent. Let's just all have a dance for a minute. And guess what? Yeah, hoes be mad. Squirted up hoes now have fucking consequences to face. You love to see it. And that's why well, everything's getting fucking passed around so frequently because whenever you try to hold women to the big accountability word, and guess what? There's massive backlash because of it. And I'm looking at all the tabs that we have up and oh boy, are they out there right now because hey, how can we blame men for this one? Oh, don't worry. They got their tactics. By a vote of 6-3 on June 24th, remember the date. Yes, all of the conservative justices, or at least the ones that were appointed, because if you take a look at the voting history of ACB, Kavanaugh, or Roberts, okay, is real. You have to say it through gritted teeth that they're anything considering a conservative justice. But I guess I found a little bit of a streak here in the past couple of days. We'll break down those gun control cases tomorrow because we have another white pill to dispense after this video as well. Striking down or formally overturning Roe v. Wade. Yes, oh my god, abortion rights are now just being stripped away. Okay, cool. If you believe that, can you point in the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, literally anywhere where abortion was a federally guaranteed right? Because we can point at the Second Amendment when it comes to all of your illegal gun control, but when it comes to abortion specifically, where on there? Okay, or did you go and read the decision when it came to deciding Roe v. Wade and then realize that when they decided the case at the time, they kind of overlooked some 36 state laws outright banning abortion, or, you know, just kind of making up like a penumbra of one of the amendments on the Constitution, and then just kind of pointing at certain sections of other ones, and none of it was good law when it was decided. It was just simpery at its highest fucking level back in 1973, and that shit still hasn't fucking changed. It was fully entrenched at the time, and that shit ain't disappearing anytime soon. The 116-page ruling, yeah, you can go read it if you want. I don't really much care about that because the salt mining is too good right now. Also reversed the 1992 companion precedent known as Planned Parenthood v. Casey. Yeah, that was out in the, well, frankly, a dumpster out behind the Supreme Court because it was based in Roe v. Wade. Okay, Roe v. Wade had to be upheld in order for Planned Parenthood v. Casey to be decided because it's kind of like a carport on a decrepit condemned building. You take out the building and it's like, do we really need the carport? No. Okay, cool. Well, it's gone. Which held that states can't impose significant restrictions on abortion because a fetus becomes viable for life outside the womb. Yeah, no. So now that's the legal standard. So when exactly does life begin? And that's a decision for every state out there to decide. So all the places that still have, you know, no restrictions on abortion. All of their laws take precedent right now. There's not some overreaching Supreme Court decision that's holding anybody hostage because of it. It just goes back down to the states. There's some uncorroborated stories out there that maybe Alabama's closed all of their abortion clinics, which is, fucking great anyways. But again, can you really, can anybody confirm that? And even still, like, my personal opinion when it comes to abortion, I'm not, ever going to need one. Not me personally, well, for very fucking obvious reasons. But then still, I wouldn't be in the company of a woman who would ever need, or who would ever find herself requiring an abortion. Okay, it's fucking simple math. Okay, or maybe my theoretical daughter. Okay, one day in time, I would be teaching them well enough so that she wouldn't need to, go get fucking vacuumed out. But what about rape and different incest and that kind of stuff? What about the victims that are out there? Oh yes, the 0.4% of the actual fucking abortions that are done under that auspice. We took a look at some of Florida's records, one of the few states that actually keep or maintain any records from there, and 95% of abortions can be characterized as being totally elective. So this is the single biggest restriction on open hypergamy for women, and that's why they're all spurging out right now. The subsection of women who actually give a fuck about wanting on-demand abortion, because we're going to see some of those photographs here from the protesters that are outside that may or may not be paid and may or may not turn violent in the next couple of hours. And then the white knights out there that just think that women can do no wrong, and it's a man's responsibility to pick up after the weak women who are just as good as men who are out there. That's their thought process, okay? I don't think that either sex is better than one or another. We're totally different. That's a different fucking understanding than what these speds are on about. But no, it's election season, so yeah, no, get that summer of love going. Get that hype train rolling, baby. And once it's rolling, you got 9 months to gestate it. Anyways, the Casey ruling didn't specify when viability occurs, but suggested it was somewhere around the 24-week gestation mark. Yeah, no, exactly. And now there are a couple of different laws that are out there already on the books. Texas specifically, where people are like, oh, well, guess what? I'm not going to be moving to Texas now. Well, I don't personally care about it. Okay, I have my theory, I have my opinions, and I have my feelings on this type of stuff. But again, that's my personal opinions on this stuff are always going to be much more conservative than what I actually have out there, because at the same time, it's not like holding two different positions, because honestly, if I was in control of the world, there would be some laws on the books that a lot of people would hate. Okay, we'd be getting rid of all vice, we'd be getting rid of all noisy vehicles. Oh, it would just be a totalitarian state. But that was, of course, if we ever ran into a dawn world order or something like that. Somebody needs to call upon my decisions and my decisions alone to right the ship, which is highly fucking impossible, and it would never fucking happen. But realistically, it wouldn't look too much different than the purview of the world from Clarence Thomas, who, well, now he's facing the brunt of this from one tweet that is still up right now. Feel free to read it yourself, because that's the one word that will get me taken off of YouTube. But hey, if you're a liberal white woman, feel free to just blast it on Twitter and have zero fucking accountability for tweeting out obvious fucking hate speech against the most based conservative justice that has ever been on that court. I'll just read a little bit of the decision before we go into the spurgeoning. Alito explained the court's opinion. He wrote the majority decision. So that leak that was out there, hey, well, again, what about what happened to that leaker? Okay, now that it's been confirmed, and now that draft opinion from February that got leaked, and when was that, late March or something? Yeah, oh no, don't worry, the FBI's on it. Okay, any developments on that case? Because it looked like to be a true and honest representation of the facts, except for the fact that, oh no, yeah, it was going to be like a 5-4 decision or something like that. Nope, clean fucking sweep. Yep, exactly, as clean as all of the uteruses that are out there. Oh, at least in the liberal states. Anyways, so per Alito, abortion presents a profound moral issue on which Americans hold sharply conflicting views. True. Some believe fervently that a human person comes into being at conception, and that abortion ends an innocent life. Others feel just as strongly that any regulation of abortion invalidates a woman's right to control her own body and prevent women from achieving full equality. Still, others in the third group think that abortion should be allowed under some, but not all circumstances. No, fair enough. And those within the group hold a variety of views about the particular restrictions that should be imposed. Yeah, no, exactly. And that's, of course, unfortunately, I got to take a centrist-ish take on this one. Yeah, that's where I'd be, okay, personally, for public policy decisions. Yeah, I think Texas probably has it fairly right at about 6 weeks, okay, when you can detect a heartbeat in on or around that area. That's probably fair, okay? If you don't know that before that, you shouldn't be having you shouldn't be having so many cream pies you can open up a fucking bakery if you don't understand that. I think I'm fairly late and I've been, opening my legs more than a Jane Fonda workout video. And yeah, let's not appeal to the lowest fucking common denominator, but at the end of the day, there's more virtue signalers out there than there are anybody who would actually be needing the first intended implementation of abortion clinics at a rare and specific circumstances. Now, it's just wide fucking open. So yeah, no, this all gets kicked back down to the states, okay? Like it says, for the first 185 years of the U.S. Constitution was adopted, each state was permitted to address the issue in accordance with the views of its citizens. That's exactly what this means at the end of the day. Now it's just not federally recognized, so that places that have a citizenry that fervently oppose abortions and have them there, they don't have to have these open anymore. It's down to the state's decision. So yeah, there's literally nothing wrong with this at all whatsoever. But no. If we're to, of course, right? Take the most charitable interpretation, take up some of the old talking points from the other side, my body, my choice, okay, cool. Now do the jab mandates. But as Maj Touré, founder of Black Guns Matter, says, we aren't coming for all your abortions, we just want common sense abortion control. My man. But now, let's start to get into some of the reactions here, because they are all too funny, and it's like, okay, how many abortions do you think Big Mike here has ever had? Well, doesn't that imply that you'd have to have female plumbing? But anyways, still. Former Democratic presidential candidate Hillary Clinton tweets about today's ruling. I will live in infamy. Yes, you will. President Barack Obama tweeted, today, the Supreme Court not only reversed nearly 50 years precedent, it regulated the most intensely personal decision someone can make to the whims of a politician and ideologues, tagging the essential freedoms of millions of Americans. Not once in there did you say anything that has to do with women, you fucking sped. Oh, speaking of which, Big Mike, our story doesn't end here. That's right, buddy. Big ups. It will not feel like we are able to do much right now. Yes, you need to overcome that gut-wrenching pain that's going on right now. Oh, Eric Adams and his fucking quivering vagina. To all New Yorkers, you still have access to safe, legal abortions here in New York City. Yeah, and in the entire state, and that's likely to maintain because New York, just in case you forgot, is a pretty fucking liberal community. Or if you can just drive in 30 minutes in either fucking direction, whatever the fuck you want to do, you can still go get the old suction cup, okay? It'll be fine. Who the fuck is Cynthia Nixon? Oh, okay, one of those old whores on Sex in the City, okay? One of the women who glamorized this whole open hypergamy, okay? The whole hoe phase dynamic that's out there. Even though, hey, can we get a message from the author and the writer of Sex in the City who goes on to regret all of her decisions? Can we get a word from her? Oh, anyways, and ran for governor of New York. How will that work out for you? Did you at least do a little bit better than Howard Stern did? Anyways, weighed in connecting the decision to New York's celebration of Pride this weekend. Oh, okay, an entire group of people, millions of Americans that would never be affected because the last time I checked, fucking in the butt doesn't create a kid. But maybe I'm a little bit outdated. We're all in this together. Lending his support. Oh, speaking of giant pussies, Justin Trudeau tweeted, "The news coming out of the United States is horrific." Of course. My heart goes out to the millions of American women. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, like Barack couldn't even say women, but this fucking Justin people kind Trudeau actually says women and not birthing people. I'm fucking flabbergasted. That is the most shocking thing I've seen today. Who are now set to lose their legal right to an abortion. And then he immediately stumble fucks over it by, again, what right is being taken away, you hyperbolic fear merchant. I can't imagine the fear and anger you are feeling right now. And I want it, and I harvest it, and I let it consume you, let it power you, let it overwhelm you. Of course, that's what all of these people do. They just prey on fucking emotion because, yeah, that's exactly what they want. Okay, billionaire Bill Gates, now that he can't purchase any more land in the Dakotas, said the ruling will hurt poor women the most. Oh, the group of people that you want taken off of this planet because you're all about population control? That's funny, too, because normally, poor women are significantly hurt by Planned Parenthood because if you want to take a look at where those clinics are normally set up, and if you want to take a look at a different demographic that's out there, I'll just give you guys a little bit of homework over the weekend. Anyways, actress Alyssa Milano. Oh boy, strap in. Today's Supreme Court ruling overturning Roe v. Wade will have deadly consequences. No, actually, maintaining Roe v. Wade would have significantly more deadly consequences. This is, in fact, the opposite of that. So, yeah, with harm falling hardest on people of color. What a racist. Okay. So, okay, again, I know we haven't got to the end of this, but still. So she wanted abortions out there so she could get rid of black babies. Okay, cool. And she wants to call everybody else a racist. All right, then. Who already face disproportionate discrimination in our country and grapple with the severe maternal morality crisis. Yeah, don't have unprotected sex, okay? Just because Roe v. Wade is no longer law doesn't mean that Raw has to be the law. Fucking make smart decisions, you dummies. I don't care what other celebrities are talking about, but we got Texas attorney. This is the only fucking conservative that Bloomberg decided. Oh, of course, it's fucking Bloomberg. But then at the end of the, I don't give a fuck what Mitch McConnell has to say about any of this shit. All I care about is what Ken Paxton tweeted, and I don't know why it just wasn't a gif of the fucking default dance. But anyways, abortion is now illegal in Texas. Yeah, fucking right, because their state's laws on the books, ladies. Yeehaw! Fire your guns off in the air and rap accordingly. And today, I'm closing my office and making it an annual This guy's based out of his fucking mind as a memorial to the 70 million lives lost because of abortion. Yeah, no, exactly. Oh, you're getting rid of a woman's right to choose the medical autonomy, and it's their decision. Yeah, exactly. You're advocating for something that has killed just about as many people as Mao and your other socialist tendencies would as well. But speaking of which, what's AOC doing out there? Well, she's advocating for an open insurrection. Let's listen to a little bit of this fucking sped, okay? Because she's out there in a protest. I think she's in New York. It sounds about right. But yeah, again, let's hear her whinny for a moment. That's nice. See, they're always just so creative with their very short slogans. And again, the lady in green right there is like, can you just shut the fuck up? I'm about done with this stuff. Everybody else just, like, you can smell the cat piss from this Twitter video. So, okay, into the streets. And you can see, it's like the bitch holding the megaphone right there. She is very upset about all this stuff, but AOC, because she's a good little radical and they know that they'll eat her last, she's cheering this on. It's like, oh my god, I'm calling for an open revolution. This is so much fun. Oh my god. Into the streets! 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 Okay, again, we got it. You guys have single-digit IQs. That's wonderful. Whenever somebody does one thing, the rest of them will just fucking follow. How adorable. And what do I mean specifically about that? Well, we got good old Mr. Andy No, who's right here, and he's normally got an Antifa watch, and I figured, yeah, it's like, okay, now things are going to start to get burnt down, so what's Andy No cataloging? Well, yeah, looks like in a bunch of these liberal cities where abortion's still going to be legal at the end of the day. They're getting ready to burn the fucking bitch down. This account, like many others on the far left, is urging for the murder of the judges on the Supreme Court because of Roe v. Wade being overturned. Every member of the Supreme Court who has now just allowed Roe v. Wade to be overturned should be pulled out of their chambers and shot in the fucking street. I'd imagine this is probably still up because let's go back and take a look at this tweet right here. Probably still going to be up. And there it is. Still not edited, still not taken down or anything like that. How fucking adorable. That's what's allowed to be out there. But again, they'll throw YouTube personalities off for tweeting all men must die, making a Game of Thrones quote when it comes to the new and improved She-Hulk that's out there. Again, makes all the fucking sense in the world. Oh, anyways, yeah, that's quote continues because I don't know what the fuck that is. This isn't hyperbole. Gun the motherfuckers down. They failed us. They failed every woman we know. Really? Like, I know a lot of women, and I know a lot of them who haven't had abortions. Okay, I know a lot of them who have safe sex. Hell, I've participated in a bunch of it, but still. Yeah, no, exactly. Every woman that's out there. Okay, I don't think they got rid of condoms or the birth control pill. Okay, if you still want to go in unprotected, that's totally up to you. It's just, yeah, no, get snipped or something. Like, there's multiple different avenues here. And again, these people don't even know the fact that this just kicks abortion down to the state level. But again, that was like, what, in grade 5 civics? That's probably a little bit too far. They were probably learning about important shit like gender ideology and shit like that. Oregon has no laws against abortion. Oh yeah, Mike Schmidt, the fucking DA from, oh my gosh. He's from Oregon. It's from Portland. I forget the county of it specifically. Let's see if we can just get the, Multnomah County. Damn it. Oh yeah, Portland will be on fire because it's a day that ends in Y, but even still. And the way that Twitter, you can kind of see it. Protests break out across the United States after Supreme Court overturns Roe v. Wade. Yeah, of course it does. And it's fun that they're calling them protests right now because I'm sure it's probably just a bunch of stinky fucking boxed wine enthusiasts that are standing outside. My body, my choice. My body, my choice. Wear your mask. Don't stand so close to me. How many vax jabs have you had? My body, my choice. We take to the streets and I don't know, I'm all out of cat litter. That's what it's like for right now. But, you know, like I said, wait till nightfall and wait for the radicals to come out. I'm sure we'll be doing cleanup duty tomorrow, which is, ironically, what they're doing instead of a bunch of Planned Parenthoods right now. Anyways, with Roe v. Wade overturned, this is, remember, the DA of Multnomah County that is in Oregon and specifically looks after the likes of Portland, where Mike Schmidt went on and prosecuted how many? Maybe 2? And there was like Fed courthouses on fire. He prosecuted basically nobody during the previous summer of love, and I'd imagine he'll probably be absconding from continuing to do his, I don't know, his job, unless his job involves sitting on a desk chair with a nice felt fist attached. Prosecutors are the last line of defense and protecting people from the criminalization of abortion. Sorry, what? No, exactly. Again, like Andy points out, Oregon has no laws against abortion, so yeah, no, again, just go and have a celebratory tug and throw it into your fucking pussy. Like I said, yeah, no, there's definitely some riots being planned, and we won't be able to get to all of them, but in anticipation of striking down Roe v. Wade, the far-left Antifa-linked group named Jane's Revenge. Oh, that's funny, because I remember Jane giving some interviews saying that, yeah, no, that entire story of me being raped and then needing an abortion that led to Roe v. Wade, her coming out later in life, just saying that, yeah, no, that entire story was made up, and that I actually regret what I did, and then until her dying days when she needed to is set up for the rest of her kids, and then Vice showed up with an entire dump truck full of cash and was like, can you just go ahead and recount all of that stuff? It won't really mean anything at the end of the day. Nobody's going to see this because this is Vice after all. And it's like, oh yeah, no, I was brainwashed by the church. Yeah, no, definitely. Oh, okay, cool. So you were just a pawn, and then you had a moment of lucidity, and then you were a pawn again. So just let me try to think that through. Oh, it's almost like it's just a woman's thought process. But anyway, still, yeah. For it to be Jane's Revenge is fucking hilarious. Her name's Norma McCovey, you fucking dorks. But you don't even know that. You don't even know that this becomes a states' right issue, and you're going to try to, what, burn down Oh, DC? Yeah, fucking DC's gonna have abortion, okay? And Maryland, you can just go up north for a fucking second. You'd just be right in the backyard of fucking Planned Parenthood. Don't even worry about it. You guys are gonna be fine, okay, at the end of the day. And if you've seen most of these people, okay, the ones who turn out who actually do have a uterus, okay, the only way that they're gonna end up getting pregnant is if they leave their drink unattended near a male feminist. Their current flyers in DC call for mass violence tonight. You're going to see that to be a very common theme. Antifa are telling their comrades to leave their mobile phones at home when they go to riot over Roe V. Wade. DC Youth Liberation Front telling other Antifa members, boy, it's been a minute since we've seen that logo, but it's going to be out in full fashion for the rest of the week. Actually, probably for the rest of the summer, let's be honest. But it's funny how these accounts can just, stay up and flourish, and it's great. Oh, violent pro-abortion protesters hit a man and knocks his sign to the ground outside the Supreme Court. Oh, that's nice. Of course. Yeah, no, because it's a party of compassion. Ew, who's this? Longtime activist Randall Allen Terry responds to the U.S. Supreme Court striking down Roe v. Wade. It's like taking Normandy Beach. That's very touching and all. Just, you're a man. Don't cry. What's wrong with you? Oh, large number of riot police are being mobilized in Washington, D.C. Oh, there's no Trump on the ballot, so they're actually going to take, steps to protecting their city. Huh, fucking weird how that stuff works. Or maybe it's just a photo op because there's a lot of photographers there, and maybe it's because Congress is in going on right now. Anyways, and as you can see, again, it's always just the most attractive people that are out there, the most stable individuals. We don't even need to play the sound, but you can just go and you can see who are angry. You can you can smell what's going on through the screen. It's pretty fucking obvious, but just who's mentally sound when it comes to this stuff. These are the people that are supposed to be taken seriously. You're supposed to be adhering to what they have to say when it comes to this stuff, and you guys need to do something. Well, they did, and that's why you're freaking out. But again, we'll just go and take a look at where else all of the protests are happening right now. Des Moines, Iowa. Oh, okay, cool. The night of June 2nd, 2022, we vandalized Agape Prominent Crisis Pregnancy Center in a low-income area of Des Moines, Iowa. So I'd imagine they're probably going to be out there doing some stuff as well. I've seen posters from New York City. Okay, that's even what's going on from the Twitter side gimmicks and all that fun stuff. And yeah, Twitter's just permeated with calls to violence right now. But I don't want to end on such a downer. I want to show you what Count Dankula is doing. If you're unaware of who that is, you should make yourself aware, because the dude is absolutely hilarious. Scottish lad from way back in the cut a few years ago at this point, okay? Most notably known for making his now wife's cute little pug dog just throw up the old Roman salute whenever he'd say "gas the Jews." It was very funny. It was a nice little video that went around. It made the miles out there on the old interwebs, and then I caught wind of Scottish Parliament or the EU courts. He ended up getting arrested and thrown in jail and having to pay a massive amount of legal fees in order to fight for his good name and to not be thrown in jail. And now he has, I think, like 1 million subscribers on YouTube. He's got an entire studio in a place, and he's employing people. He's a good guy, okay? And in fact, he's now taken over for John Roberts across the pond, and he's trolling the fuck out of all of these speds on Twitter right now by just parading that's a really good Photoshop of John Roberts, by the way. Like, if you weren't paying attention to it and you just seen his original tweet that sparked the firestorm, there it is right there. Biden's statement on this, of course. Today is a very solemn moment for the United States. It's going to be sad because I won't be around for these fresh crop of post-abortion kids to welcome them to the United States. It'll be a sad day. Or at least Hunter will be able to get him on his laptop. But anyways, the Supreme Court expressly took away a constitutional right. He's the fucking president. He doesn't even know what the rights are. But at least we have Justice Dankula to clean this all up for us. Right from American people. Already been recognized. They simply took it away. It just disappeared. Maybe Corn Pop came over and took it because she's a bad dude. anyways, that has never been done. To write is so important to so many Americans. Okay, now make the same tweet about gun control. Anyways, and then, of course, Dank just throws down. Beautiful little reply with his new avatar and his new name on Twitter. We were careful in our decision, Mr. President, and as you can see, it got some traction. It got quite a bit of traction, in fact. And if y'all would be careful, y'all wouldn't need an abortion. Based. Exactly. So now we're just going to go ahead and take a look at some of the, at least, unretracted tweets that are out there, because as you can see, a lot of people are embarrassed by the fact that they got absolutely worked by somebody who is obviously not a Supreme Court justice, but a lot of people took this shit very fucking seriously, like this asshole. Okay, so he was checking his DMs, okay, because obviously you got these really in touch with reality individuals that need to have their voice heard. Okay, they're talking to who they think is their elected representative and calling them a fucking retard. Yes, the R word. Oh my god, not the R word. Yeah, that's something a rapist would use to clarify. I am ASD, shit dick. So I can say, all right, and you are a POS, a pretty official superhero? Good job being careful in your decision on something you will never be affected by. Again, like, do these people also think that women just spontaneously get pregnant and that there's no absolute prevention of a pregnancy from ever occurring? Like, it's just that thought never ever travels through their head. It probably wasn't a part of their NPC update. But anyways, you will go to hell. No, I think there's probably something in the Bible that, probably prevents killing. I think it's on, like, tablets or something like that, but even still. I pray for your heart. Wait, what? Turns less dark and more warm, so the American people may stop suffering. Yeah, now do it for kids. You should have taken away the Second Amendment instead. He's a very smart individual. If he's apparently autistic, which is autistic spectrum disorder, which is, I guess, the new thing that we call for just absolute fucking tards, but whatever. Wouldn't you think that he'd be a little bit more thorough in taking a look at who he's responding to? But yeah, no, exactly. Like, just some of these responses to this is fucking classic, and I love every second of it. According to Rob EFC 88, would you say that to a rape victim? You are ignorant you ignorant cretin. No, I usually leave pretty quickly. No time to chit chat. Fucking funny. And people say that there are no funny rape jokes. Oh, some moderately attractive girl with some Facebook angles and probably a couple of filters. STFU, you're a fucking man. You don't have a fucking single idea what this means to women. You are a fucking piece of shit. Hope you die. You are putting women's lives at risk. Be careful and not get pregnant. Hope your daughter gets pregnant. Oh my god, she's just a baby though. Hope your daughter, needs an abortion because she's not possessive. There's no apostrophe there. You're missing that. Having complications and you can't have one, so she's gonna die. See if you are doing any good, unless you don't have kids and you're just a faggot who is fat and ugly and disgusting and just dies. Fuck you. Fuck all of you. Fuck your mom. Oh my god, but then she'd need an abortion. And your dad, you piece of shit. Well, she mostly got grammatically correct on this one, but again, guys, it's a joke. It's all a joke. We could read through the rest of these, but we'd be here for the rest of the hour. Just, yeah, ending on that final one. If y'all don't pipe down, I'll make women illegal. Yeah. Don't threaten them. Don't continue to respond to him or anything like that. God forbid anything like that would happen. No, you have the Supreme Court, the clown world Supreme Court taking away the 19th Amendment. We really wouldn't want that now, would we? With all of that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Doc Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.